Welcome. You are listening to The Travel Wins, hosted by Pete Kotzbach. This is a weekly interview show about people who travel for work and all the ups and downs that go along with it. Each episode includes a variety of discussions with athletes, business people, musicians, influencers, entertainers, and even regular folks from around the world. Thanks for listening. Here we go.
Welcome to the show today. My guest is Jamie, I'm going to say this probably wrong, Shalson-Marshall.
You got it right. Jamie Shalson-Marshall. Brilliant. Congrats.
Love that. He's the Chief Commercial Officer of Sonhaus, which is a fractional ownership company based in London, I believe. Or you are.
I'm based in London. Head office is based in London.
Okay.
Although I would say we're kind of an American business based out of London because most of our market is in the States, but we focus, I guess, in Europe as our main focus, be it Spain and Greece and Portugal.
Okay.
But HQ's in London. Yeah.
I love that. I'm so excited to talk to you because I've talked to some fractional jet ownerships, and to take that idea into housing, it was pretty brilliant.
It's great.
How did that all come about?
Well, I mean, Jacob, the CEO and the founder, was the brainchild behind this, and obviously took in, from his perspective, going on holiday and not having the options of a home, if you will, where it's yours, and everything's managed into such a high quality specification is pretty difficult. Yourself going away and limited to just hotels, right? And that's all I have. Some of the rentals on Airbnb, for example, are not that great. So having a nice home that you can live in, it's yours, you own, it's all managed into such a high specification, made sense. If you go to a home in Marbella and you own it, and let's just say, I don't know, you haven't used it for 3 months.
Yeah.
Essentially, you go to your home and the swimming pool could be disgusting. There could be mold. So it costs you 10 grand, right?
To fix it back up, just to use it.
Yeah, it costs you 10 grand to fix it potentially. So essentially, we going in there, everything's managed, maintained, perfect. So, you're going to your holiday home and it's all done and taken care of without having to worry about the £10,000 maintenance just for the swimming pool. Yeah. The air conditioning's going to be working. Everything's going to be beautifully done when you walk in. So, and you have more options than just a hotel as well. So that's kind of where it sort of started. Obviously, there were some competitors in the marketplace where streamlined us to kind of go in there and be the largest European fractional ownership as well. And we, and sort of America, I guess, is our big market. And what we essentially done with the American market is we took a business called The Agency in America. I'm sure you've heard of them.
Yeah.
And we partnered with them to sort of be our main distribution channel in the States, Mexico and Canada. So they're basically going to literally look after all the sales for us and obviously bring buyers in to Sonhaus. Europe is essentially on sale for the dollar at the moment as well. So it's a great time for the Americans to buy into Europe. That's kind of where we say, the American market potentially could be our biggest market
for customers.
Yeah,
but not for. Are you planning on expanding into homes in America?
Not yet. Never say never, but not just yet. We kind of want to be inch wide, mile deep within the sort of European markets and be the best at what we can be there, and maybe we could potentially hit some homes in the States, but not yet.
Is there tax advantages for people in the States to buy a house in Europe?
Yeah, I mean, you obviously have the tax benefits within sort of Greece and Portugal potentially as well, but I'm not an expert. I don't want to sort of come across as an advisory, so that would be to speak to
tax situations.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not going to advise anything on there from a financial perspective.
Well, I know, like in Mexico, like technically, I'm not allowed. A non-Mexican resident isn't allowed to purchase land or property down there. Technically.
Yeah. So
is it not that way in Spain and Greece?
Again, I would speak to lawyers and
Okay.
because generally speaking, you can, but I don't know. Is the honest answer.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, as far as like, some of your homes are just beautiful.
Thank you.
I mean, they're
They are. Yeah,
phenomenal.
Thank you. We took the approach that we can be quite, we're not looking to get homes which are sort of, I don't know, like Andalusian type 1950s, 30s type homes. We don't want that. We kind of want them very clean cut, cookie cutter type homes where they're beautiful, they're very easy. Because what we try and take the approach is, we kind of want to have homes where we have equal demographics of people coming in and also people from different countries coming into Sonhaus. Right now, if everyone wanted the same home from America, what's going to happen is, there'll be a huge conflict and people trying to get that same home, and then it just wouldn't make sense. So we try and make homes very simple, between 2 and 6 to 7 million. Single family homes, detached, and no older than 10 years old. Now, some countries it's difficult to have new homes because Ibiza is very rustic.
Yeah.
Ibiza is a very rustic. Ibiza is great because, essentially, they're very rustic. Probably hasn't been, they've been built in 1990s, but they've maintained beautifully well. So,
I gotcha.
They are beautifully done. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, there's just over 120 units on your website, and I'm just like, any of the above.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they?
Yeah.
One villa in Ibiza at the moment, which we're really pushing on, Villa Gecko, and it's stunning. It's 7 bed, 7 bath, 4 acres of land. I think it's at 16,500 square meters or something. It's swimming pool, mini football pitch, soccer.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
And there's a little amphitheater that you could potentially make as well. And it's great. I was just there last week, but it's beautiful. It's really beautifully done.
So that would be a problem though, if you have a Gunners fan that buys 1/8 of, and then you have a Man City fan, they could change the color of the pitch every 6 weeks, right?
6 weeks you could change it. You have to get the maintenance guy to change it. But yeah, it's a good call. They might have to.
See, if you have if you got to find somebody that, like, all 8 people would have to be Gunner fans, and then you could just put the Arsenal
That'd be perfect
emblem on the pitch.
Lovely. That'd be a requirement. You have to like Arsenal in order to buy into this fraction.
That's what I'm saying.
Done. Good idea. I might put it down. Marketing strategy.
You never know what will help sell something.
Anything. Exactly. No, it's a great idea. But no, it's a great place. And everything's designed internally by RH, so Restoration Hardware, do all the furniture. Techno gym throughout every villa has a techno gym.
I mean, so people literally just show up and that house is ready to live in.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's an empty house and you have to bring furniture every 6 weeks.
No, everything's there. Restoration Hardware, do all the furnishing. We've got I think Laura Piano gonna have some sort of rugs in there as well. Everything, every Gaggenhau appliances throughout. Sauna system, Bang & Olufsen. You're also going to have, like I said, every villa has a techno gym. We have a partnership as well with Aero. So if you want to fly private without paying, private airline flights, ticket prices, we have a partnership with Aero, partnership with Hertz. So there's a lot of good things there, and every person has a sort of a small locker, right, where you can put your picture frames in there as well. So you put your picture frames in there, and you can basically, it's your home essentially. You own it, so when you tell them that you're coming, maintenance will put your picture frames out. So when you got your partner or business partner or friends that you want to sort of show up, it's my home. It is essentially your home. So
show it with pictures of your kids, and you're like, that's what it's.
It is. And no one really cares about the nuances, right? It's your home, and you don't really need to tell it. And also, there's no branding as well, which we've done on purpose. So it's just it's essentially a place where you can really own it, and that's the whole idea.
Yeah, it doesn't say Sonhaus everywhere.
No.
So how long have you been doing this? How long has Sonhaus been around?
We've been around live, I'd say 3-4 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty new. And then about a year building up. And that year I've been traveling around Europe looking at homes. So we've been really kind of busy in the last year, but essentially live in the last 4 months. And we've done quite a lot in 3-4 months, I think. And,
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's good. We've really got to sort of, we've kind of worked hard. We've built some really good partnerships. We've got the agency in America, obviously Maurizio, David Parnes, James Harris being our partners in the States, quarterbacking that and allowing all the agents in the agency to earn monies, commissions through that perspective.
Sure.
We took the approach that we didn't want to hire a sales team because it's not easy to hire good salespeople.
Right. And then that becomes its own headache.
Sorry about my throat, by the way, if I keep on but it's easier actually going to agencies who actually have a huge database of buyers.
Yeah.
And pay them a huge amount of commissions.
You hope. Yeah.
You hope. I want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Pay commissions, go and sell my product. We're actually going to Palm Beach on Monday next week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So basically the agency had this big forum in Palm Beach.
Okay.
So,
they'll have a soiree and have a whole bunch of potential buyers there. And
no, it's purely the agents. So
really?
Yeah. The idea is to connect to the agents.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Get to know them. You got this Netflix show at the moment as well. It's crazy. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you can explain Sonhaus to all the agents in person, that's awesome. I mean,
and train them. Zoom's great, but when you're there, it's so much more powerful.
That's what I was going to talk to you about. Because here in the States, everybody went to Zoom, and like the company I work for during the day, I don't travel as much. 3 times a year, I don't travel to the headquarters because we just do it over Zoom now. Yeah. But it saves the company a lot of money, but there's a lot of missed personal interaction, like you were just mentioning.
Yeah, it's good and bad, because if I was in London and someone said, "Oh, I'll do a Zoom call," it's kind of lazy, it's meet. Obviously, with the agents being in America, it's powerful having Zoom, but you need to be there. You need to be there. It's very difficult to not be to really gauge that trust interaction. You got to have that face contact, and that's what I love. I love getting in front of people because it just gives that kind of real interaction, which is important.
So you like the traveling. I was going to ask you how your wife and small child like you traveling so much.
Yeah, I've got to negotiate. It's all about negotiating with my wife, giving him enough notice that I used to tell Jacob, will you email me saying you need me to come on these dates? I'll be like, see, darling, I've got to go because
Jacob needs me.
Jacob needs me. I've told Jacob, please put these dates in. No, it must be hard on my wife, obviously being there on her own. But essentially, it's good that she's supportive in building that.
Yeah,
my career, and she's supportive in letting me go to these trips. They're only 3-4 days at a time, though. 3-4 days here, 5 days here.
Yeah.
In the summertime, it's difficult to go to Europe purely because the flights are just, it's busy and the flights could get cancelled and it's just difficult. I hate going to Europe for business in the summer purely because, you might go in July, you got a flight coming back and then it's delayed and then it's cancelled.
Everything's
It's great. Hopefully next year will be easier. And I get more traction from the agents on the ground in these countries because they listen to me more and they're not so busy with other coming in. I can get their attention, so January to May is like my prime time to really get these agents on the ground in Europe to really listen to me.
And then so after summertime and then beyond and through winter, you don't.
September I do, October yes, November obviously yes, but as soon as you get to May to sort of end of August, it's sort of very difficult to get.
Oh wow!
Yes, prices are a fortune for hotels as well.
They are here too.
Yeah. Where are you based again?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'm coming to LA. We're flying to LA on Monday.
Why to LA if you're going to Palm Beach?
Palm Springs.
Oh, Palm Springs. I thought you said Palm Beach.
No, Palm Springs. Did I say Palm Beach?
That's what I thought you said, but
Palm Springs.
oh, geez, we could have done this in person.
You know, I know. I'm literally there. I fly out on when do we fly out? We fly out on the Monday. We land at 3:45 in the afternoon LA time.
Yeah.
And then straight to Palm Springs to the Marriott. Yeah. So
next Monday. Okay. Yeah, we shouldn't have any rain. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow.
You can pick us up if you want. No idea how to do it. Is it like I think we either cab it or we'll just hire a car. I don't know, one of those. But I'm excited. It'll be good.
See if you can rent a car.
Yeah, we might rent.
I mean, Palm Springs is a 2.5 hour drive, probably at least a 2 hour drive.
Probably rent a car. My dream is to get a convertible Mustang driving down
PCH, Pacific Coast Highway. Yeah.
There we go. That's the dream.
Drive north, go up to Malibu. I would do that.
Detour to Malibu. No, we got to be there at the Palm Springs. Strictly work. Unfortunately, it's strictly work and business. That's the idea. It really is. I'm excited to get to know them, but really want to keep it professional as well. With guys.
And Palm Springs would be good for you. I mean, the weather's gonna be perfect for you out there.
Can't wait. I know. Be good. Be exciting. Never been west before.
Well, in the summertime, you don't want to go to Palm Springs.
No, I can imagine.
115, 120.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Not for me.
You'll be perfect. You'll probably be in the 70s, 80s. That'd be nice.
I can't wait. Shorts, t-shirts.
Yeah.
Evening dress up. Lovely. I'm excited. Be good.
It'd be a good time. So you're just coming up for 3 days?
No, we're going from Monday till Saturday.
Oh, it's a whole week. That's
Monday to Saturday. So yeah, we land Monday. The forum starts on Tuesday, finishes Thursday night, and then we'll come back Saturday evening.
Wow. So you're really not having any spare time?
Friday night, maybe spare time Friday. I'll be exhausted though. So
I was going to say I could give you a little tour of LA, but
I wish.
I no time.
I would love to have spent another week there, but it's difficult. But I would introduce you to our partners.
Okay.
Because these guys are big and they're big in LA. So
it's interesting because LA, real estate here in the States is slowing down because of the interest rates going up. So how is it? Do you think that's going to help you selling your homes with the interest rates going up here in the States?
I know. Yes and no, because you're dealing with a different market, right? You're dealing with people who say, "Look, I've got extra cash in the bank to spend on a second home," or I go to Europe every summer. So Europe is essentially on sale for a lot of these Americans coming in. So is it going to affect? Yes, no, not really. I think they're still going to be buying into Europe.
I think I was wondering if it would be more into buying rather than buying investment property in the States at a higher interest rate.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is. I mean, that's what we're finding anyway. A lot of inquiries coming from America, which is really cool anyway.
So when you travel, that's going to be what, a 10-hour flight, 12-hour flight?
I think it's like nine and a half hours.
Okay.
No, it's 11. I think it's 11.5-hour flight to. So I've got my Netflix. I
was going to ask you, how do you plan on filling that time?
It's a good question. So a few days before, I download all my Netflix stuff I want to watch, save all my things I want to watch for the plane. Maybe take a sleeping pill if I can.
Be careful.
But no, I normally just try and listen to a podcast or two, which you can record from Audible.
Yeah,
those maybe a Netflix Prime Video or something. Do a bit of work, fall asleep. It's difficult.
Yeah, I mean, that's a long flight.
I actually haven't flown 11 hours in more than 9 hours in 3 years. So it's going to be interesting. I used to live in New York, so I did a 6-hour trip back and forth a lot to UK, New York, but it's like 11 and a half. It's that extra bit, which is
yeah.
I know. Oh,
yeah, because I fly to Hawaii for my work, and it's the same. It's about 5.5 hours, and it's just enough where you go, okay, I'm ready. I'm getting itchy, but I'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know, 12 hours. That's a long time on a plane.
Yeah, I've got my Netflix shows. I've got my podcasts. I listen to you as well, and and then we'll just do it. I'll do it. I'll make it happen. Bit of work as well, but hopefully, and I think we're driving straight afterwards too. So
wow.
I know I'll sleep Monday night, wake up Tuesday fresh. I'll be good.
That'll be pure adrenaline.
Yeah, and I'll just pretend I'm living in LA time a day before.
Yeah, that and drink a lot of water on the plane.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of the flyers tell me. They're like, just stay hydrated.
That's it. Just drink water, no red wine, and just drink water.
stay with the water. You can have a wine.
Yeah, a wine. I'll be fine. But yeah, we good. Hopefully.
When you fly, when you go to like Marbella or any of that, that's what a 2.5 hour flight.
Half hours is so easy.
Yeah.
So easy. I love flying from City Airport. Love flying London City Airport. It's literally you're there and gone. It's the quickest airport. Heathrow is fine. Gatwick I hate. Luton's okay, but City Airport is just like done.
Now, is City just for other European cities, or is it international?
A few other European cities. Yeah, it's a very small airport.
Okay. Yeah, it's always better to find out the smaller ones if you can.
Yeah. No, actually, you know what? I actually love some of the lounges abroad.
Oh yeah, well the lounges are nice.
UK lounges are awful, horrible. The UK lounges.
They don't want you staying there.
No, everyone can get in. That's the problem. There's no exclusivity. And I walk in there, but at least like you go to an Ibiza lounge, you've got food, cakes, yogurt, wine. It's like amazing, you know. And the UK ones are awful, but yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I'm trying to think. LaGuardia is not great.
LaGuardia is great though because it's literally,
but not the lounge.
No. LaGuardia for me, LaGuardia was like. I used to go to Florida, fly to New York, straight back to home, and I live in New York, in the quickest airport.
Yeah.
Take the red eye Monday morning. You're in work at 9 o'clock.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Like I have LAX down now because I fly out of LA, so my wife knows exactly where to drop me off. It's the easiest. I get dropped off on arrivals.
Oh, really? Oh,
not departures, and then I just take an escalator up.
Never. I might need some recommendations. I'm going to LA. Yeah, if you could give me some recos about car hires, where to go, I'd be grateful because I have no idea. I'd just look at the main ones, but if you know any people, let me know because we're literally coming on Monday. So it's exciting.
Are you planning on renting a car or and you driving it or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I can definitely. We'll talk offline.
Yeah, 1,000%. You're Mr. Travel. They're gonna listen to you.
Well, no, it's not that. It's my daughter's boyfriend works at Enterprise Rent a Car.
Oh, this is like a match made in heaven. This is brilliant.
Yeah, so I can.
Brilliant.
I should be able to get something set up. We've had a lot of issues with rental cars. They haven't had cars to rent because they took because of COVID. They stopped buying the new cars because of the chips and everything that were short.
Nice.
So they sold off some of their older cars, but then they didn't have cars to rent.
I just want a Mustang convertible. I'm hoping that if they've got one, right? So the roof down driving, that'd be brilliant. If they have one, I hope. Otherwise, I'll just take whatever. But no, it's going to be good. It's my first time west of America, so
yeah.
Be interesting. Next time I'll come with the family and the kid and the baby and do something proper, but quick business trip, and it's fine.
I always thought, for me now, I always put in at least I try and do at least a half day, sometimes a full day, just so if I'm going to an area I've never been to before, so I can travel around and see what I want to see. Or
I love doing that. That's why I love doing that as well. Like it's great. Unfortunately, Palm Springs is a sort of middle of nowhere. You can't really. But I will sunbathe if I can for an hour or two before anything. I think Tuesday there's a pool party, so I'm just going to sunbathe. Well, everyone's like friendships and stuff, and like making friends because they will know each other. I'll probably be sleeping.
But you'll see people probably in sweaters complaining how cold it is because it'll be 70.
You know, oh, this is so hot.
Exactly. You'd be like, woo.
No, it's like, yeah, no, we'll need to sort of, I've got hoping I can just airdrop to every agent there my collection of the villa, and I'll sort of airdrop it every day.
Yeah.
So they'll have it on their phone, like, oh, this is villa.
What is this?
Yeah, that's great villa. And I'll just airdrop it all the time.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, send this to your buyers. Yeah, I was thinking if you're out, you know, and you're like trying to sell something, you've got like 1,000 agents in one area, everyone's next to their phones all the time, just airdrop it.
I'm trying to think.
It's like there, you just airdrop it all. Brilliant, done. I'll airdrop it.
You have to, I guess yeah, that's pretty smart. Because I heard about somebody on the plane doing that. And
I think they got arrested.
Yeah.
I won't say anything. I won't say anything bad. I'll send a villa, like literally villa. So yeah, you have 1,000 agents, and you get your phone, airdrop. Even if 30 or 40 agents see that, brilliant, great, okay.
Yeah.
Give me a call. I'm in. You can even do like Sonhaus drinks, 5 o'clock at this lobby, at this bar in the hotel. Come.
See,
you know what?
It's pretty smart.
Yeah, like it's a good idea. And they can be like, oh, great, you know, off the cuff. You don't have to email them. It's like, if you see this, come some drinks.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm trying to think, like, if you walk through the airport and you kept
that's it. You literally walk through the airport and airdrop everyone the villa.
That's what I'm saying.
Message Sonhaus when you know it's like, this is weird. I'm sure companies do this, right? They must do this.
I don't get those calls.
No, but I mean,
I don't get airdropped. I don't get
it. It's just like you just accept it, and they see a villa. They're like, what's this? This is interesting. They click the button, and all of a sudden you got this. I love that idea. I'm gonna go to the airport and literally just airdrop everyone.
Yeah. Just as you're walking through, man, just keep doing it
literally just walk everywhere, airdrop.
Yeah. if you go to different gates and sit down.
Yeah, literally.
Be on your phone.
First class lounge and airdrop that, done. Okay, go somewhere else. Airdrop it in every first class lounge in the airport.
That's what I'm saying.
Great idea. You could even spend the whole day to different airports.
That's your marketing.
Literally airdropping it, buy a ticket, then refund the ticket.
Yeah, so you can get into the airport.
And then you get a refund that you didn't go. We're onto something. It's a very smart idea. All of a sudden, there can be businesses like, you know,
everybody doing it. Yeah.
Drop this airdrop business thing. You know, I need to do this airdrop thing.
But I mean, like you said, if you took one of your really stunning photos of the villas with the ocean view, the blue, the Mykonos, or what's it? I mean, someone's gonna go, what is that?
Yeah, what is this? Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Free trip to Mykonos. You see that free trip to Mykonos? Hold on. If you buy a fraction, we will pay you. You know, then see some stuff. Yeah, not a bad idea. I'm marketing genius. I'm not even marketing properly, but
that's why you have your title, Chief Commercial Officer.
Everything, marketing, sales,
everything.
Watching Gary Vee for so long on TikTok and consuming content. You know what? Like, it's interesting you should say this because it annoys me when you get marketing directors saying, "Oh, I've got 30 years of experience. I know what." You know what? Times have changed. Times have changed. You've got kids in their 20s who are super intelligent, super knowledgeable about digital marketing, right? That I don't think age has anything to do with it. You know, I think times have changed. I
totally agree. Yeah, I mean,
I had this woman pitching me, and she was like really pitching me to do this, and I was like, I just don't think it's the right move. And then she's, oh, well, I've got 30 years of experience, and I was like, it makes no difference whether you have the world wasn't the same 30 years ago, and the world's different now. Instagram wasn't around 30 years ago. Google wasn't around.
Jamie, cell phones weren't around 30 years ago.
Exactly. So how could things? So whatever you did then, publication wise, was brilliant at that time. Now things evolved, right? And I just think you just need to be always consuming content. Like I literally am sitting on TikTok, consuming, watching. All that information goes into your brain and you're seeing stuff, because you can't give out content unless you're consuming content to understand what's going on. You need to see. And for me, I just love hearing stuff. I love little nuggets of information. I try and give nuggets of information all the time. All the time, like Gary Vee, for example, he'll say something maybe 3 years ago, which I listened to, and I'm like, it always hits the subconscious somehow, which is important anyway. And it's great. It's always good to learn and hear things and educate yourself.
Gary Vee is literally the reason why I'm doing this podcast.
Love that. He's great.
Did you go on my website and see the about page?
Yeah.
Like, I literally met him
when we first connected. I had to read.
I literally met with him in February. I hadn't even thought of doing the podcast.
I brought up Gary Vee because he's great. So you met Gary Vee?
Yeah. It was. I just feel like you kind of create the right place at the right time. Like Sonhaus, would it have worked pre-COVID? Who knows?
Who knows? Gary Vee is just pure innovator.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Well, and for me, like he said the thing that got me started was as an old guy. That's me.
Yeah.
I'd never.
No,
I am.
No.
I had never heard my voice recorded. I'd never even considered. Doing a podcast, and he's like, 20-year-olds have no problem going. Yeah, I could probably do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I like when he said, you didn't know how to drive a car, but you wanted to, so you figured it out.
Yeah. You just figure it out. You just figure things out. And so, I only got into real estate 2 years ago. This is a complete career change in my mid-30s. So it was interesting because I was working as a headhunter in New York and came to London, and I was, COVID happened. I was bored doing recruitment for hedge funds. Need to get into real estate. I was like, I need to get into it. How am I supposed to do it? And the irony is I spoke to James Harris and David Palms based in LA, who essentially nothing. They didn't know me. I just called them up. I said, look, I'm want to get into real estate. You have some advice. So I got into real estate as an agent and just literally door knocked, letter drop, door knocked. My first listing actually was a 10 million pound house, and sold it on Instagram, and which is crazy. It's nutty. And then I had all these marketing ideas. I was watching like Ryan Serhan, and I thought what if I parachute from the plane and then land in the garden, but pretending I do, using video and stuff and selling the home that way. And I was thinking these crazy ideas to try and sell houses, and got into real estate, and everyone's saying you can't do this or you can't do that, but you just figure it out. You ask for help, you leverage. That's what you do. For me, it was like, if you go and get a 10 million quid house to sell, 10 million pound house, $20 million house, whatever it is. You get the business because your strength is winning business. Business development is my strength. Networking is my strength. But I've got ADHD, so the admin stuff and all the numbers, I don't want to know. So if you can leverage someone who's got the experience of getting the numbers, the conveyancing, which is the legalities of selling the home, and you can say, look, I'm good at getting the business. You're good at the legalities, the back office stuff. Share your fee. Take whatever percentage you want, and I can continue working on those strengths. Very smart. I just leveraged someone who was really intelligent, knew what they were doing, leveraged other people, and then you that's it. Then Sonhaus obviously came about because I funny, I sent a canvas letter, a farming letter, if you will, to your audience, to Jacob, who I work for now. And he saw my letter and said to me, not looking to sell my home. Have you ever sold properties abroad? And I was like,
what are you talking about?
I'm not going to lie, but I'll say no, but I'm sure I can figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we had a meeting, and then the rest is history. And I loved what he was talking about, loved the idea, loved the product. I just got it. He wanted to hire me purely because obviously my background as in sales, as in an agent, if you will. But I think most importantly, I think outside the box. I'm not just your typical salesman, your typical agent. I try and really think outside the box and think differently. But my role has evolved in terms of marketing, commercial aspect now as well. And I'm very creative. So this is like the role where I can be creative. And I truly believe I have the best job in real estate because I'm traveling to Europe.
Yeah, you're going.
I'm going to these amazing countries, but at the same time, I'm working with the agency in America as our distribution channel. I looked up to the Maurizio. I looked up to David Parnes and James Harris as like my heroes in real estate. And now I'm like,
you're there.
Picking up the phone to them and like, hi. And it's quite a surreal experience, especially David Parnes and James Harris were the guys who sort of inspired me to get into real estate. Full circle, these guys are now our partners in the States. It's the weird thing, which is I'm blessed, and I absolutely love what I do. And the traveling, and for me to travel around and see different cultures, different villas, meet people, it's the best experience. So back to what you were saying, you can just figure it out, and then learn afterwards.
Dude, my first probably 100 episodes was me literally using my cell phone and just and recording off my cell phone.
Brilliant, good. And it really works, right?
Yeah.
And I'm Instagram, for example. You're learning. Some work, some doesn't. Does this work? You just figuring out. And I realize this, maybe a bit later in life, but if you overthink everything, you just you'll get nowhere because you're always overthinking. You're worried what other people think. Just do it. If you can't think about what your friends think or your family think, or oh, they're going to do this, so I don't want to do that because they'll judge me on this. Just do it. Who cares? No one cares.
And business cycles change so quick now that you could make a mistake with a marketing idea, and then next quarter just try something different.
Find different things, but no one cares, and no one will remember you doing anything. You could walk down the street with your phone talking, but no one's really gonna you're so invisible to people. No one cares. Do whatever you want to do.
I had an idea. Since you're a chief commercial officer
or chief inspiration officer,
chief everything,
anything.
What if you just put up a QR code?
What, in terms of where?
And that QR code took you to sonhaus.com.
Yeah, I know.
Anywhere. Get a sticker with just your QR code, nothing else.
Funny you should say that. I wish I have it on me because I would have shown you. I've got a we've done it. It's called Vice Card, V1CE. You tap the card and it takes you to where I want you to go. Website, my Instagram, my LinkedIn. And at the back it's got a QR code. But I also can change certain things on the app where I can get you to press it, tap it, and QR codes are simple. Done.
But I mean, like, not even as a sales pitch, like you don't say Sonhaus on it or Ibiza or Homes. I wonder how many people would just be like, what the hell is that? And then scan it just to see what it is.
Where would you put it though? You just whack it out there.
Everywhere.
Yeah, the problem, the issue is with that is if people are so dubious in terms of it could be a virus.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is. It could be a virus. So you're going to kind of be a bit kind of like,
okay.
So I'm actually speaking at the agency forum, and I'm thinking hopefully they let me do this. At the end of the presentation, put a QR code. So I say, right, everyone scan the screen.
Yeah.
Which take them straight to the villa for them to sell. that could be a great idea, but I need to ask the powers that be at the agency if they can do it. But QR codes are great, really good.
Well, I'm just like I'm like you. Like I'm always thinking like, how would I market, my podcast, or how do I market what I sell during the day and all that?
Yeah, I'd love to do a podcast soon. It's about getting the right guests and the time. It's brilliant though, and it's respect for you to take the time to do it. It's brilliant.
Well, it's a lot more work than people think.
I can imagine. Yeah,
and I had a jiu-jitsu instructor that I had on my show. He was my old coach, and we get done. He's like, "Well, it's not that hard, right? You just hit play and just." I'm like, "Yeah, not really."
Would edit.
Yeah.
A lot of editing, but no, and no, it's really, I'd love to do one day soon.
Yeah, with your spare time.
yeah, the spare time I have. Hopefully, that's the idea. But no, if anything, I want to do a podcast sponsored by Sonhaus where we bring on luxury guests from different luxury businesses, and we interview them, talk to them, have conversations with them, and then essentially.
Well, I mean, your first 5 guests could be the people, Gag Now. It could be your suppliers for the homes, the tech gyms or whatever.
1,000,000%. So yeah, I'm trying to find a production company in London who can essentially help with that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
In due course, getting confident myself doing podcasts as well.
Dude, you got a 12-hour flight. You could get it all done.
I hope there's Wi-Fi on this plane. I'm praying there's Wi-Fi.
There will be.
Some of these BA flights do, and some of them actually don't. So
really,
yeah,
that would be terrible.
You know what? Actually, sometimes it's good not to have Wi-Fi because you can just really cut yourself off from the world, and it's the most liberating feeling that you just cannot do anything. You're literally cut off, and it's actually nice.
It's interesting. I talk to a lot of older travelers like myself.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't know if you remember flying without a phone. I mean, or traveling without a phone.
Yeah.
Because 30 years ago, there was no cell phones. So like you called a travel agent and you said, I need a flight from LA to Dallas.
Yeah.
They'd say, okay, show up here. You get your I mean, how do you, no Uber, no Lyft.
I know. Those were the days.
Yeah. But like you said, there was, I used to get into my car, and working in LA, it's like going anywhere is 2 hours pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's like, but that 2 hours, I knew no one could bother me. Like I could just blast my music. I didn't have to reply to emails or check up on. Yeah.
It's great. An excuse to fly.
Now it's 24/7. I mean, that's the negative.
Always. 11 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock. I'm always on it. And it's really bad, but can't miss a trick, It
is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, so maybe having a non-Wi-Fi flight would be a nice break.
We'll see. Well, I don't know what it's going to be. We'll turn up and we'll figure it out, whatever it's going to be.
Now, when you're flying, do you ever put in? Are you worried about food, diet, exercise, or are you just making such quick trips that you don't deal with it?
The quick trips at a time. I don't really. I mean, yeah, they're so quick. Actually, I get excited to take clients out for dinner. To be honest, it's quite a nice.
Oh, nice.
I enjoy it, taking people out for dinner. Going to a different restaurant which you probably would never try before because you're in London. So it's things like that I actually enjoy.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's quite nice actually. And with food, the problem with airports is like you literally just stuff your face sometimes
with whatever you can. Yeah.
6 a.m. burger. It's like crazy. It's like, oh my god. It's an acceptable time to have a burger at 4 a.m. sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and it might be 4 a.m, but to your body, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I love going to airports earlier sometimes because I kind of get a bit anxious if I'm too to the.
I'm with you. My wife's. I have a hard time traveling with my wife. She's last minute everything. Oh, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Jacob is last minute. Oh my god, he is last minute. Literally, I don't know how he does it. Like 20 minutes to spare. Like, because I like going to the airport and just like, ready. I'm sitting down. It's easy. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm done. Right. I'm sorted. I do a bit of work. I'm sorted. I don't want to rush. I hate rushing. And also, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Also,
I want to I always like to make sure I've got my bag is right ahead of me, so
you can get access it.
Yeah, so I always go to the plane. I try and figure out a way to get in the plane early, because I'm like, look, I tell the people in the gateway, I say, listen, I don't want to be early. If it's okay, would you let me go first? You sweet talk them a bit, they'll say, yeah, sure, no problem. Thank you very much, because I want my bag above me.
Dude, you're neurotic just like I am. I'm the same way.
I do.
I fly a lot on Southwest, which is A, B, and C. So I mean, there's no assigned, right? I always try and get an A, because I want to be able to sit where I sit and have my bag right above me.
Yeah, I need to be always an aisle seat for me. Always, I need to be an aisle seat.
See, I'm a window guy.
Are you a window? I need to be
I'm a window guy.
Because I want to stretch my legs, so I want to walk out. And also I always pray that no one's sitting next to me. Like, please don't be sitting.
Oh, hey, that's a huge travel win.
Yeah, please don't sit next to me. You see that person, you're like, it's like that kind of anxious. They're like, they're walking towards you. Are they going in? Oh my God, they're not going in. You're like, yes. And it's like when you're sitting down on a plane, you're looking at them like,
are they closing the door yet?
yeah. They close the door. You're like, it's like literally a miracle. And you close the door, no one next to you. You're like, oh, this is the best feeling I can describe.
How much travel did you do? Much traveling during COVID?
No, we were pregnant, so
okay.
My wife was like,
because I had rows to myself.
Oh, that's the best.
I mean, an entire row, like on both sides, and you're like, oh my God, you could spread out, you could lie down.
I booked actually for this trip to LA. I found a 2. I was going to do a bulkhead. I thought to myself, I don't want to do a bulkhead, because it was literally
in and out.
It was people next to you, right? Even if you got the extra leg room, you got someone next to you. So I was like, look, if I go to the 2, which is just 2, it means that no one's really going to sit next to me, are they? Not going to say, oh, I'm going to sit there, and there's other. Your chance are you've got it to yourself. So
there you go.
I'll ask for an upgrade.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully they give it to me. I pray.
I always tell my wife's always like, hey, have a good flight. I go, not up to me. I go, I'm going to do my part, but
it's not up to me. You hope that he'll be there.
Yeah, between the weather and the pilot, it's out of my hands.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. What other cities or countries are you looking at right now in Sonhaus?
Just literally Europe. So
no, I know, but you're in Portugal, you're in Greece.
Yes, we're in the Algarve. We're in Algarve, Mykonos. We're in Mallorca. We're in Ibiza, and we're in Marbella as well. In Ibiza.
Any other? Are you looking into the French Riviera or any type of that?
The most important thing is the management, right, and the houses. Now, if you go to French Riviera, or you go to say Italy, the houses are going to be very sort of different, and also management could be a real pain. So for us, we want to go to somewhere where the management is key.
Okay.
For us, it's about management, right? So everything is taken care of. The minute you land, the minute you leave, everything is looked after in terms of the villa. So that's the most important thing. That's our model, to make sure it's seamless throughout.
Yeah, I mean, you could literally buy a house at pretty much anywhere and then fractionalize it out. Yeah. But if you don't have the management, then it's not going to.
You can't have like a mum and pop shop doing the management for like 50 houses, and then you're one man and woman, husband and wife
running around.
This doesn't work. It's got to be a real operation, and that's why it's sort of, otherwise your reputation's failed.
Yeah, and that's going to be super key.
Really key. It's just being super on it.
Because I would imagine getting referrals. Like if I buy into a house and make a nose, and if it runs really well, I would want my friends that I know to be the other owners, because I know they're going to take care of it as well. You know what I mean?
But funny you should say that. Is in essence, what happens is, I just heard the door now, and I think my wife and baby have just come in. Funny you should say that. It's interesting when you walk in. you've got to essentially, lost my track of thought. What were we saying? Sorry.
No, about referrals and having your
Yeah,
friends.
so you don't, the idea is you don't want your other person knowing who the other person is in the villa. You try and keep it completely anonymous. So no one knows who that
the other
person
owners are.
That's what's really important.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. That's the idea. It's just keep it super anonymous at that point.
But let me ask you this: what if my friend and I want to buy for our half and half?
Yeah.
And split it. Would you allow that?
Yes, of course. Yeah, of course. We don't. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you buy into a share, so you're shareholder of the villa essentially. So if you another person to buy 4-4, obviously we do it in 8s per se, but you can obviously buy the asset if you wanted to. So that's what's super important in doing so. So you can do what you want. It all gets led into it as a shareholder.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you wouldn't prevent somebody from bringing in 3 of their friends to buy the other.
No, not at all. Not at all. You can do what you want, but we try and keep it. Obviously, if you don't know each other, it's all anonymous.
Keep it that way. I gotcha.
Yeah, we're not looking for make friendships. People want to have the kind of the anonymity of it all as well, and
sure,
that's sort of the idea.
No, I like it. I was just curious to me because obviously, if I had the money and I could buy a half share, and I had another friend that wanted to buy a half share,
you do it. But the actual entry point is anywhere from like 300,000 euros up to about $1 million. So you're looking at 300,000 being sort of the idea entry point, if you will.
Yeah. Okay, I liked it. I can't wait.
That's it. So no, it's really exciting. Sonhaus.com. It's we just launched, but hopefully the model's great. The business is great. We've got some great partners. We've got some fantastic distribution partners, selling for us, be it the agency. And obviously we've got, amazing brand partners supporting us, right? So I truly believe with its success. You got Jacob, obviously as CEO, leading the front as the founding perspective, and from his background, it's strong. So we're in a really strong position in terms of growth, and I think we'll go far. And hopefully we'll have a conversation again in 6 months' time and be like, wow, can't believe how the sort of the progress that you're doing, and that's sort of the idea.
Do you personally pick out the homes, or is it you and Jacob, or and then so do you travel to Marbella and go tour the house? And okay.
Yeah. So personally, we obviously rely a lot on the agents on the ground.
Yeah.
We put what we want, and then I go and see the homes to make sure that they are Sonhaus quality. Yeah, that's what's really important. So that's what I've been doing in the last year, going to see the villas and obviously telling the agents what we want on the ground. Single family homes, detached, 2 to 7 million, 4 to 5 bedrooms, super important.
Yeah, and super clean and nice and
super clean, maintained well. It's really important. That's what we want.
I mean, they're phenomenal. So
thank you.
Well, how do you want my listeners to follow up with what Sonhaus is doing?
You know what? Go on the website, sonhaus.com. Grateful. And Instagram, Sonhaus on Instagram as well. I think we're Sonhaus Homes on Instagram. So give us a follow, support. I'd really be grateful. And feel free to send me an email as well, or DM me on Instagram. However, go on the Sonhaus website and just do it. Feel free to have a look and a gander, and happy to any questions, whether you want to buy, whether you don't want to buy, totally fine, please. And if you are in America, what's really important is the agents at the agency are literally our distribution partners. So if you're in LA, go and knock on David Parnes' door, give him a call, ask him about Sonhaus. He'll be happy to help, and also Maurizio as well. So those guys are our distribution partners. So they're the ones that you'd speak to on the ground in LA. And if you're in Texas, there's someone in Texas. If you're in Miami, there's someone in Miami.
Oh, I got you.
So there's always someone, a representative of Sonhaus at the agency. So, but in LA, David Parnes, James Harris, Maurizio are guys on the ground looking after the Sonhaus over there. And I think Santiago as well.
That's awesome. I'll definitely put all the links on my website page.
I'm really grateful for that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that way they can just go over real quick and make it easy.
Done. I'm really grateful for that. Thank you.
I'm excited. This is I didn't know it was that new, Jamie. That's why.
Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah, we're new. And
it doesn't look that way.
Brilliant. I'll take that as a compliment. So
absolutely.
That means a lot. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your time, and I'll make sure to.
I really appreciate your time, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak and educate.
Yeah.
And any questions any of your listeners have, just shoot me a message, and love to help.
And I can vouch that he gets back to you.
Yeah, I'm quick.
Exactly. Even with the time difference, so it's all good.
Always there. Always there.
Well, enjoy your night with your family. I'm going to start my day now.
Thank you very much. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, Jamie. Thanks, buddy.
Later. Thanks. Cheers very much. Have a good one.
Cheers.
Bye.